I'd like to welcome you all back to Montebello High. I recognize a lot of faces that were here last year during our scholarship ceremony last year, and I'd love to see you here again this year, so thank you so much. Well, I have the privilege of welcoming everybody here and giving a brief introduction, and I was thinking today about scholarships and what they mean, and the types of scholarships that are being given out. And, you know, we recognize the students, we're going to learn about the students, and going through this wonderful program, we learn about what their futures are going to be. And for the students that are here receiving scholarships, I'd like you to also take a moment to hear the stories of the former Oilers that come up here to speak to you today. Scholarships are an interesting thing if you really think about it. For many scholarship people that are giving scholarships today, you're going to hear them here today in front of you and hear their stories. Others are no longer with us here today, but have instead been eternalized through these scholarships. A lot of these students, a lot of these scholarships were given by students who are playing on the field, and I think Robert Capps in a leather helmet, a wonderful picture you have of him, you know, 80 years ago. Still eternal here today as an Oiler, contributing to the lives of other Oilers. And so please go ahead and allow that effect to fall upon you. And think about perhaps one day you can be in a position through your success to hand success to the generation that follows you. And many of our teachers and former students and our teachers that are here today are doing just that. And it's a wonderful thing. We know that our Oilers nation is strong. Once an Oiler, always an Oiler. And I welcome you here today. I'd like to go ahead and introduce to you our fabulous college counselor.
I just want to say to all my scholarship award winners, congratulations. I'm extremely proud of you, and I just want you to know that it's been an honor and a privilege for me to have the ability to work with you. So thank you and congratulations. And also to the families and the friends that are here tonight, we thank you so much for being here, supporting our students. So let's give you all a big round of applause. Call up Mr. Greg Ng, and he's going to be giving the John Brown Jr. Memorial Scholarship. Mr. Ng.
I'm going to go ahead and actually bring up the recipient, Vincent Castro. The John Brown Scholarship was actually created in 2009 after my buddy actually passed away. He actually played here with me when I was actually in basketball and volleyball as a player. In his memoriam, I wanted to actually give back. He actually wanted education. He was a scholar athlete, and so I wanted to actually give back. And so Vincent actually is a fantastic gentleman. I actually got to coach him while he was actually here in volleyball. Even had him in class. And he is going to be a wonderful alumni. He's going to be great going to Cal State LA next year, studying criminology. And I'm just honored that he's going to actually get this $1,000 scholarship. So.
Giving out the Lozano Scholarship is Miss Tina Marie Lozano.
It's my honor to present this scholarship to a deserving individual tonight, our recipient, who will be attending Cal State LA, has shown dedication to their dream of becoming an elementary teacher. By choosing a university close to home, they can stay connected with their family and benefit from the outstanding education programs offered at Cal State LA. Their passion for teaching shines through their volunteer work at Winter Gardens Elementary, where they help with reading, educational activities, and classroom support. The students' patience, enthusiasm, and commitment to making a positive impact on young students is truly inspiring. And this year, I want to congratulate this year's recipient, Betsy Barragan.
Memorial Scholarship, we have our Assistant Principal, Ms. Lori Capps.
This is always wonderful, but it's never easy. I would like to have Allison and Gary come on up. Talk about Allison, I want to talk about my dad. So yes, my dad was a student through Montebello Unified School District. He went to Washington Elementary, Montebello Junior, and Montebello Senior High School. He actually came to school in these particular buildings. While he was in school, in high school, he was involved in the band, the Mighty Oiler Band, as he writes. He played baseball, basketball, football. He was in drama. He was the secretary for activities in ASB. Participating in all these things that he did broadened him as a person and made him for a very interesting high school career. So those of you that aren't yet seniors, I highly encourage you to get very involved in school because it makes so much more your journey here. As well, Allison has, you're going to hear about her probably a couple times tonight. Math Club President, National Honor Society, American Legion Auxiliary, California Girls States, Creative Arts Technology, School Pathways, Sketch Club, Jewelry Designer. Those are just her extracurricular activities. And she's got everything from the Superintendent's Award, National Honor Society, Civil by Literacy. She's got a ton of stuff that she's going to walk away with, but she's earned it. And just as my dad, what was important to him, that you stay involved, that you are involved, and that's what makes your life here at the school, Montebello High School, so wonderful. Some of the things that he did as a professional, he started teaching here in 1955 at Bella Vista and Washington Elementary. Then he moved on to become an assistant principal and then a principal at Bandini, Colmar, Terrell Heights, and Rosewood Park. So he was in this district for 34 years. He went on to another district when he moved to Marietta for 15 more years. He was an interim and an administrative sub there. And he also dedicated his life to serving the community. While he was in Montebello, he was Lions Club, charter member, City of Montebello, Sister Cities, 25 years for the Montebello East LA Family YMCA. So the thing that matters most to my dad was obviously elementary education. One of the statements he wrote, and this is why it's important, he says, "I feel certain that God led me to the work as an educator so that I could touch the lives of young people. While some felt that I had particular skills that would serve me well in business ventures, I preferred to work with young people to try to help them establish themselves in a life that would bring them happiness and success. Financial security was important to a sense, but a comfortable life with meaningful relationships was what brought me happiness, and I thank God for the life that He allowed me to live." And with that, my 3 generations of Cantor family would like to offer this scholarship to you for $1,000.
back okay? Not really? Crank it up. Woo! How's that? Better? All right. Okay, so I believe I just saw the beautiful Miss Judy Cervantes just walk in, so I would like to call her up to award the Cervantes Alumni Book Scholarship. Miss Cervantes.
Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Judy Cervantes. I am class of 1995 here at Montebello High School. It's always so nice to come back. I apologize for being late. Today I want to recognize two young women who I am very impressed with, who seem to have a wonderful career here at Montebello High School and are moving on to UCLA, also my alma mater, class of 2000. And one thing I always say every year when I come is, a lot of you that are embarking on your college careers, you will continue to build on those careers and your success. You are allowed to define success the way you choose to define success, is what I want to say to you all. And I want to encourage you that wherever your career takes you, whatever your successes take you, always find ways to give back. Whether that is with resources, whether it is with your time, with your knowledge, whatever it is, try to do what you can. Trust me, you can always do something, and there's always folks behind you who need a little bit of help, a little bit of encouragement, anything that you can do for them. So that is always what I say to everybody every year. I congratulate all of you for your successes, and I wish you the very best in your college career. So much fun. So today I want to recognize Allison Aguirre and Terry Morales.
To award the Dacio Book Scholarship, I'd like to call up Mr. Dacio.
On behalf of me and my family, as well as one of my friends who pitched in, we want to honor several students with little small scholarships to maybe help them purchase some books. One of the reasons we're doing this, my father passed away of COVID during our lockdown in 2000, and we thought one way we could honor him was through some scholarships. He was only able to go to 4th grade. My mom was born in a refugee camp, so she was born homeless for 2 years. And when we moved first to Canada, I was born there, and we moved here, they always made education number one. And so education, it helped our family to better ourselves. And we've seen the power of education. I only wish we could show everybody what it could really do for you. Whether you're in high school, whether you're in college, whether you're an adult, always pursue your education. I'll introduce the recipients. George Abui. Betsy Barragan. Christian Contreras. Gonzalez. Anthony Mejia. Brianna Rodriguez, and Hector Zamora. So I almost feel that I'm paying them because they had to sit through my class. They were all my students. That was one of the qualifications for our scholarship. So congratulations, and keep moving forward with learning and change the world for us. Thank you guys.
To award the Ray Hernandez Memorial Scholarship, I'd like to call up Mrs. Hernandez.
Buenas tardes. Es un honor para mí venir a... Quiero compartir mi historia. Mi hijo murió hace el 99. Desde entonces él jugaba waterpolo. Decidimos ayudar a los estudiantes. Desde entonces hemos trabajado y tuvimos 2 becas por año, pero la pandemia paró todo esto. Pero fue para mí un honor ayudar a los estudiantes. Siempre pensé que los jóvenes merecen todo mi respeto, todas las bendiciones, que Dios los cuide, porque mi hijo una tarde salió y no regresó. Y esto, por eso quiero que sepan todos los papás que nunca dejen de decirle a sus hijos cuánto los quieren, porque nunca saben cuándo es la última vez que le van a poder decir eso. Pues y ahora, por la pandemia y todo, paramos todo esto. Entonces, esta vez estamos cerrando con broche de oro ya todo, porque ya no pudimos hacer más, nada trabajó ya igual. Pero quiero que sepan que dimos cuando menos unas 40 becas. Y yo los quiero mucho. Siempre que veo a todos los estudiantes, siempre digo yo, que Dios los cuide, que Dios los proteja y que no les pase nada mal. Y muchas gracias por darme la oportunidad de venir. Y ella es mi amiga y ella siempre trabajó conmigo, trabajamos hombro con hombro para recaudar el dinero para las becas. Y ella, muchas gracias, esas flores eran para ti.
The 2 recipients of that scholarship are going to be Angel Regosa and Denise Vidhen. Okay, let's give them another round of applause. To award the Hernandez Marching On Scholarship, I'd like to call up Ms. Renata Hernandez. And Leslie.
Good afternoon. My name is Renata Hernandez. My son couldn't be here today. He's the person that gives out this scholarship. He's a class of 2022 graduate, and because he had work today, he couldn't make it, but I have the message he wants me to relay to you. Hello everyone. I am very sorry. I unfortunately could not make it today, but I am very thankful that my mom was able to present this in my place. Although it is only the second time that I am giving out this scholarship, I am very fortunate to be able to keep this scholarship going 2 years strong, hopefully for many more years. As some of you may know, I was inspired by Mr. Curry and my mom to provide this scholarship because of the opportunity I received to play in various tamborazo groups as about 2 years ago. I also wanted to give back to the band community for the many years that it gave me a chance to meet amazing people, make music, and create a sense of belonging during my time here at MHS. Although this is not a lot, I am grateful to offer a little bit more than I did the year prior, since the gigging business has been going well. I really want to thank Ms. Brinzel for helping me keep this scholarship active and handling logistics, as well as sharing information to the students. I also want to thank Mr. Curry and the members of the Tamborazo who have given me the opportunity to make music an even bigger part of my life for the past 2 years, giving me the opportunity to provide this scholarship in the first place. I once again want to thank my mom for presenting this message on my behalf. This year's scholarship recipient is very active in the brigade. They are an amazing musician that's been in the band for years as a flautist. I could not say that word. And recently served as the president of the band council. I remember meeting them for the first time while I was still part of the band my senior year. They are going to attend UC San Diego, planning to study psychology. So I am very pleased to announce this year's Hernandez Marching On Scholarship recipient, Ms. Valeria Camberos.
To award the Nathan Loza Memorial Scholarship, I would like to call up his family, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Natalie Vidal. I am one of Nathan Loza's older sisters. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. And I'd like to call up Merari Chavez. Anthony Rodriguez. Gretel Sandoval. And Karen Excoy.
Hello everyone, my name is Vanessa Vidal. I'm Nathan's mom. 22 months ago, he was cut short of a future that we were all looking forward to. Irresponsible driver with no license, no insurance, took a red light and unfortunately he passed away from the hit while he was riding his motorcycle. As a 17-year-old boy, he was funny, he was looking forward to a great future, and unfortunately he's not here to give us that joy. With the help of Ms. Agumosa, we decided to do this memorial scholarship so their success can be part of my son's legacy. He won't be able to make that, but I hope that each one of you guys really, really work hard, enjoy your life, listen to your parents. Sometimes we do know more than what you guys think we do. There's so much that I want to say, but I don't want to take everybody's time. But this scholarship is made out of contributions from my immediate family. It could not be done without theirs. But this year it's actually also contributions of his two best friends who went to school with him since they were together in kindergarten. So he was a great boy. Live your lives, don't give up. If something fails, continue living to earn what you guys want. Make life the best. Okay?
To award the MHS PTSA Scholarship, I'd like to call up Ms. Aurelia Ayala and Mr. Hector Hernandez. Jenny. Come on, Jenny.
Good afternoon, everybody. Buenas tardes a todos. My name is Hector Hernandez. I am the PTSA treasurer for Montebello High School. This is my board member, Aurelia Ayala, for our first membership. We'd like to award these, and the secretary back here, Jennifer Ayala, and Claudia Rios, that didn't want to come up, sitting over there. We have 4 scholarships to give away. It's our pleasure to give to these students. Once again, I met them on May 14th over there in Belmar High School. We give those scholarships over there because we are also part of the council district, PTA. Okay. The first scholarship we're going to give out will be Alison Aguirre. Yari Dominguez. Leslie Hernandez. Sean Martinez. All right, congratulations once again.
And thank you also to the MHS PTSA for helping us with the decorations. Thank you so, so much. To award the Carmen Sanchez Social Justice Scholarship, I'd like to call up Ms. Jessica Zwall.
Good evening. So Carmen Sanchez was a woman who is a big believer in the power of education. She was a cafeteria worker, had a 4th grade education, but knew that promoting education could create generational change. Sean Martinez is the recipient of this award. Sean has served the MHS community by being a student voice on the Montebello High School Student Council as president and vice president over the last 2 years. He was the student liaison for the district's community schools steering committee. He also served as an officer for Renaissance. His voice has been used to advocate for programs that create equitable opportunities for students through interventions, staff professional development, and parent involvement activities. I know that as he moves forward, that he will continue to be a voice for the underserved. Congratulations.
From the MHS Alumni Association, I would like to call up Ms. Susan Tinsley and Ms. Kathy Neiswanger.
When I walked in here, I was looking at all the colleges there, and I was looking for my alma mater, and I was a little distressed to find out it's down on the bottom.
But she found it.
But I found it. However, Ms. Neiswanger is there in the middle next to Michigan. It's Goodyear College. Okay. Don't get old. All right, these scholarships are for any student that applies for them. There is no grade requirement. So anybody who just barely graduates can get a scholarship. Was that you? There are no grade requirements. We look at the student as a whole. We are awarding 2 alumni scholarships. The others are from alumni. The first one is for a young man who plans to be a financial analyst with the Los Angeles Superior Court System. Do you think he might be able to fix a traffic ticket? He wants to major in business administration, finance, and he plans to attend UCLA or Cal State LA, and I was reading tonight he's going to Cal State Long Beach. He is a valedictorian, Nicholas Bedozi. All right, the second alumni scholarship is in memory of Dale Ziegler, one of the founders of the Alumni Association. This young man had perfect attendance and held a few leadership positions in the organizations in which he is a member. He played tennis and was the team captain. He plans to attend UC Berkeley. He is a salutatorian. Sean Martinez. Larry Ebersetzi was class president for each class and then was student body president in his senior class and played football every year. This scholarship is for a student that participated in ASB that planned activities for students for the full school year. This young man served as senior representative. He took business statistics. I called it statistics. To learn to navigate the complexities of the stock market. Maybe he can give us a few stock tips about Anthony Rodriguez. General Albert Zapanta thought that if Montebello High School honored him, he thought it would be altogether fitting, he'd do something lasting to honor his memory. I knew General Zapanta, and I am not at all surprised that he did this. The young lady to receive the scholarship plans to go to UC San Diego and major in business economics, and was a caregiver in her own home. She too took business statistics, what was that word? Where she learned to enhance her decision making, optimize operations, and analyze data. She received the Superintendent's Award. Valeria Valtiera. Raul Guerra was a young man that served and gave his life for his country in Vietnam. While at MHS, he was editor of the Derrick Diary. This young lady did quite a bit in high school and during the summer. She volunteered at Homeboys Industries helping free felons pass their GED. She volunteered in the legal department at a nonprofit. She also attended court hearings at the Los Angeles County Courthouse and gained firsthand experience in our justice system. Needless to say, she plans to become an attorney. She will attend UC Berkeley, but what impressed me quite a bit was that she passed all of her AP exams with a score of 3 or better. That's amazing. All the while serving as editor-in-chief of the yearbook, Maria Sanchez. She didn't have perfect attendance, did she? All right, Dr. Mendoza Noroski has been successful in her practice as a doctor and is known nationally in the fields of allergy, and rheumatology. There you go. As a result, she and her colleagues have donated enough money to provide several scholarships. The first goes to a young lady who plans to major in psychology with a specialization in cognitive psychology and attend UC San Diego, Valeria Cambero. The second scholarship goes to a young lady, is first generation Mexican American, and she took business statistics, where she learned about investing in the stock market and other skills like networking, leadership, and team building. She plans to major in business economics and attend UC San Diego, Georgina Flores. All right, the third Murawski Scholarship goes to a young lady who plans to study pre-med, and reading her personal statement, I think that she is queen of the metaphor. She will begin her education at Santa Monica College, Natalie Mariscal. M's Flowers has been a part of the Montebello community and have contributed a lot to Montebello. This young lady plans to study radiology while at Pasadena College. She is Merari Chavez. Art Ochoa was a recent honoree of the Montebello Alumni Association and would like to honor those who have come after him. This young man plans to attend Cal Poly Pomona and study computer science. He has found that high school has been a big learning curve to challenge him to take higher levels of education and rigorous math classes. George Romero.
I guess I came up here to help her. At this time, I want to award Allison Gary. I didn't know you were going to be doing that. I know, we've met before. We've met before because she received a book scholarship, and it's in the name of my mom, and now I'm presenting you with a scholarship in the name of my husband. And in this, it tells all about me.
I am happy to say that all of these scholarships are for $1,000. More of the alumni are stepping forward and donating money to the Alumni Association. So when you graduate, you too can donate and belong to the Alumni Association.
Could we find out, just here by a raise of hands, of people, not the students, but parents and friends? Did anybody here go to Montebello High School? Any of your parents? Wow, look at the potential for our organization.
These guys over here we know.
Great.
Yeah, we know about.
There's that, and Lori Capps, and we didn't bring out
At any rate, the Alumni Association every fall has an alumni dinner. And it's going to be on homecoming day, and October. And we'd like to see you there, you former grads. And we'd like you to become a member. So maybe one of these days you can donate some money. Okay? Thank you very much.
So much, Alumni Association. I would also now like to call up from the Wilma Foundation, Mr. Guido Murta.
Montebello High School, class of 2024, how we doing? The very first thing I want to do is I want to give a round of applause for Tracy. Tracy, this is for you. After I did my interviews, there was a girl in the room and she said, I couldn't have done it without you. And Tracy said, no, you did it on your own. But I'm here to tell Tracy that everyone's in this room because of you. And there's tens of thousands of dollars going to all these students because of you. Okay? So we couldn't do it without you. The next thing I want to do is I want to thank everyone that applied to my scholarship. I didn't get to meet all of you, but I thank you for that. And the ones that did apply with me and aren't getting a scholarship, I just want to say that I appreciate you because you all shared stories with me and that makes such a huge impact in my life and I appreciate you for that. And I also want to give a shout out to anyone who's not a student here and is showing support. Continue that throughout the next 4 years. They're embarking in something they don't know about. Most of us, well, I was first generation in college. Maybe 2 months into it, I had a little moment. I broke through it, and I stayed in college. So know that they're gonna go do something, embark in something that maybe your family didn't do, maybe you did. But be there and support them just like you're doing today, so give yourselves a round of applause as well. So somehow it happens that there's some sort of theme with the people that I meet and the scholarship that I'm giving. I'm with the Wilma Foundation. It's named after my doggie that passed away 3 years ago. This is the 3rd year we're doing it. Now, I have my own small business and it was always something I was gonna do, and this kind of just fast-tracked everything. And I think there's a little bit of a theme here today, that there's a lot of memorials for people. And I had a conversation with my recipient of the scholarship, and he was curious. Curiosity is the key to life. Ask questions, be curious. He stepped up, he came in, and he talked to me, he asked me questions, and he was curious about me, my foundation, and how it got created. So I'm just gonna give you a little brief. Wilma was just the love of my life. 3 months after, my grandma passed away, and to honor her, we sponsor families at the Children's Hospital. We cover all their Christmas gifts and give the families gas cards and grocery cards. So find us on Instagram, and I'm happy to announce that this is our 1st year giving the scholarship. It's an official 501c3 nonprofit. So, now on the curiosity, I'm gonna go in order as far as scholarships are concerned. I almost didn't get to meet this person, but I'm glad we had a chat. So the first check I'm gonna give out is for a young lady, and we had a conversation, and I was curious of why she applied to Penn State, why she applied to Denver, and her answer was fantastic to me. She was ready to get uncomfortable. These next 4 years are gonna be uncomfortable. The time to be comfortable is when you get 40, 45, 50, and you can't even move, and you break your hip, and you're on the couch. Right now, it's time to be uncomfortable, okay guys? So those who are going to school and are not gonna live on campus, stay on campus. The message is be on campus. If you're gonna get a job, because you need the money, get a job on campus. You're never gonna have this many resources at your fingertips ever again. so take advantage of it. So this young lady, I got to talk to, no excuses. She's working her butt off, not only in school, but also outside of school. And she's taking the risk, and she's going all the way to UC Santa Cruz. So I wanted to make sure that I gave a scholarship to Gretel Sandoval. My banana club. Okay, this next person, and this is an announcement for the 3 people that are receiving a scholarship. Curiosity, uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable having a 501c3 nonprofit. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm trying. And I'm trying to grow the scholarship as big as possible. I took a day off of work, went around to the different businesses in Montebello, and I tried to engage them to try and increase my scholarship. I failed, but I tried. One thing that did come out of it was a little bit of a relationship with 7 Leaves. It's the coffee shop that's right over here. Everyone that applied to me got a little bit of a gift card, and an announcement to Gretel and the other scholarship recipients that I'm getting. They offered me a year of 7 Leaves for you guys, so you can get caffeinated right before you go to class in college. So get with me and I'll get you all that information. Now, why is that important? Well, because they offered that to me, I had something tangible to offer somebody else. And she doesn't know I'm doing this, but this was yesterday that I got the note from 7 Leaves. And I wanted to thank Leslie for sharing so much. She showed me a painting that she made. She told me a lot about her life. And I personally am going to crack a check for her today and give you a partial scholarship if you'll take it. You will? Well, come on in. All right, so those were the checks, and I also brought a big check. So we all love big checks. Anthony, don't come up yet. I'm gonna talk about you a little bit. This guy really impressed me a lot. It's hard to enter a room, it's hard to have an interview. You're gonna have a lot of them after you graduate. Be ready to be uncomfortable. Be curious. If you have a job interview, ask them about the job. Ask the person that's interviewing about them. It's going to go a very long way. And I don't really get, what's the word? I guess intimidated. This guy walks in, boom, handshake, very powerful. His chest was out. I was slouching, and all of a sudden I was doing this. I was like, I got to match this guy's energy. And it was so impressive. And his curiosity is really what I really like. We just went through a horrible period during the pandemic, and we need your bright minds to ask more questions. You guys are the elite of Montebello. Think about that. Look how small this room is compared to how big this campus is, and you're in this room. That is a big deal, okay? So be proud of yourselves. And you're also all going to embark in something where now you're going to go to a school where you have something in common with everybody else who's sitting next to you. Everyone there is at the same level, all right? Take that energy. Take it. Just like Anthony's been doing. I don't know if it was my energy he was matching or his energy he's already bringing, but take that energy, all right? Now, I'm not saying this just to embarrass Anthony or anything like that, but he shared a story with me, and he was curious about Wilma. And I told him. He asked me, how do I deal with the grief? I'm dealing with it right this second. Why? Because I'm doing this for her. Why am I doing it for her? Because I wanted her to continue to live. As you saw, so many people come up here, share their stories of a memorial. The person or thing that you love does not die until you stop saying their names. Okay? Remember that. And I want to thank everyone here that said their names. Okay? So keep that in mind. So he looked at me and he said, because I'm dealing with grief too. Now this check normally just says from Wilma. But this year it says from Wilma and from Cookie, because Cookie's still alive. So Anthony, come on up here, collect your check from Wilma and Cookie. Okay, we're gonna have to go this all over again because I just realized I did not record it, so I'm gonna have to ask you for a copy. We'll take a picture after. We advertised the scholarship as $1,000. Anthony's taking home $3,000. And my promise to everyone from Montebello is that I'm going to continue to grow this to the best of my ability. And soon we'll be able to have everyone from Montebello be able to go to the school that they want to go to, regardless of financials. All right? All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Guido. To award the Bagdasarian Scholarship, I'm going to call back up Mr. Dacio.
Hi, everybody. Dr. Bagdasarian and Anna Bagdasarian, they were my friends in high school, and they came from Armenia with nothing. And their father left a life where he was a pilot, and he came here and he was a janitor. But again, the power of education and pushing your kids to work hard, to learn, and even when they don't like it, to make sure they do the right thing. It allowed them to go and be successful. And within a matter of years, you know, they were able to go to college. He came as a sophomore, I think. He went to UC Riverside, and then he went to pharmacy school at UC San Francisco. Both him and his sister are pharmacists now. And you know, this is one of the many success stories we have with students from Montebello High School who are able to, you know, leave this neighborhood and go make something of themselves. And so, you know, one thing about scholarships is we're saying that we believe in you. We're saying that we know that you can do this. And sometimes it's beautiful because they haven't even met you. You know, some people donate money and they don't know you, but they believe in you. And so, you know, I want to take a second to just thank the parents, because we know good students come from good parents or adopted parents, people that we take on as our mentors or our parents. One just small quote that I heard recently is, "Society grows great when old people plant trees in whose shade they will never sit." Meaning we're trying to plant a tree, but we might not be here to see it one day. And as a teacher, we're kind of planting trees that we might not ever see grow. But we hope that you go out there and grow and have many, bear a lot of fruit. But the students that we chose represent a lot of what remind me of Dr. Bagdasarian and his sister, that they're hardworking, they're smart, but they're really good people. And that's, hearing all these stories, what made me a bit emotional with the memorials, but just hearing about the students, is you guys are really good people. Like, you're smart and you're hardworking, but I think what's to me the most impressive thing is you all have good hearts and you're out there volunteering and you want to go do things to help your family and to help yourself and help the world. So these two students remind me of that same spirit. Anthony Rodriguez and Nicholas Bodosian. Bagdasarians were able to contribute the $1,500 each to each student, so congratulations to everybody.
Actually married Jennifer Crown and Riley. My parents were proud Montebello High graduates of class of 72. Yes, we were. Short and sweet, but my dad was a proud Oiler. He was, just like everyone else, really focused on education and hard work. I think that was something he instilled in my brother and I, and our recipients really showed that. All of our applicants did, but the two we selected really stood out. And try not to get emotional, but my dad would be so proud. He would be so proud that we've been able to do this, and proud of the help that we've been able to offer over the years through the Frank Carlin Legacy Scholarship. Our scholarship applicants are required to be going into the healthcare field. My dad was a physical therapist and he loved it. He loved giving back to his community. He loved working with patients. He loved being a healer. And he made friends with all of his patients and was just a really good man. And everywhere he went, people remembered him. Again, real tall, right? So he stood out in the crowd. And I think he touched the lives of many, and we're able to keep his legacy going, much like the rest of the Memorial Scholarships. And we're proud to honor this year 2 different recipients. Our first recipient is for the amount of $2,000, Samantha Gonzalez. For all the adults in the room that may not know her, I assume her co-students do know her. She really, really impressed the socks off of us. She is so bright, and she was teaching me lessons that I like to remember as a 44-year-old, that she's already learned at this young age, and we just know she's going to go far. So we're happy to give her a scholarship for $2,000. For his career at UC Berkeley and for Samantha at UCI. We're again just so proud and so honored to be able to help you kids. It means a lot for us to have my dad's legacy live on, and it is without any doubt that his legacy and his standing in the community, his love for education, his love for helping others is going to live on through you. And so we were so excited to be able to do this for both of you. Thank you for giving us that privilege and that honor. And congratulations to all the college-bound kids here and their families, as it's a group effort. Thank you so much.
It was fun watching the students kind of awkwardly hold their award while parents were taking pictures. And I can tell you students that what was going through the parents' or guardians' mind was, oh my God, it just feels like yesterday that I was chasing them around while they're crawling away from me. You know, they're watching you in elementary school and middle school, and it went by so quickly. And I know that graduation day, which is coming up very soon, make sure that every single picture that they want to take, you just smile as grand as you possibly can, because it's going to wind up on their shelf. And you've been hearing stories today about children that became adults that wanted to give back to, you know, they've gone and they've done amazing things, but you're always going to be their little baby. And please remember that on graduation day, it's just as much about your parents as it is about you. So make sure that you honor them there also as well. I'd also like to give a big hand to Ms. Brenzel, who's put this fabulous day together. She's born kids, and the students will tell you that they absolutely feel welcome, and generations of students have a lot to be grateful for with Ms. Brenzel. So we're all very grateful for her here at Montebello High School. I'd like to wish all of you a great night. We'll see you next Wednesday. There are a ton of desserts. First come, first served.